something about that, like, what is that, like a Elvis guitar? What's the name of that guitar?
I don't know. I love it though.
Like a steel. It's time. The second best time of the week. First being Dawn Patrol. Second being
The podcast.
the podcast. We just met a guy from Virginia who was a Dawn Patroller, who now is going to be following. And we are being listened to in Bethlehem this very hour. And in San Diego, I want to say hi to Jerry Lester, who was one of my interns. And Jerry, it's time you get your stuff together.
Yes. I want to say hi to Jerry too. Jerry, it's James.
James.
I love you.
Tyler is with the podcast. Third time in the history of the world with YouTube people channel. What's up? Maybe Jerry's watching there.
Maybe.
What's up, Jer?
Good to see you, bro. I haven't talked to you in forever. I miss you. I hope San Diego's amazing. I'm sure you've heard more from him, but
Yeah, he's planted a church.
dope.
And that's a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we covered it like a month ago on Dawn Patrol. Today was your first Dawn Patrol?
First Dawn Patrol ever.
Ever?
Ever.
James Tyler, 28
Just turned 28 on Tuesday.
on Tuesday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Married to Bridget,
2.5 years.
2.5.
And we haven't really announced yet, but she's pregnant.
No!
September.
Look at this. These
This is
podcasts
it.
are historic. First time in the history of the podcast that we've announced birth. Pregnant.
Excited. September 8th. Find out boy or girl on April 27.
What are you hoping for?
I don't even care
It
anymore.
It don't matter.
A healthy baby.
Yep. It is
Even that,
overrated.
just-
it's like human. Love in the house.
Give me a kid that loves Jesus. How about that?
So she walks down the street 2 days ago when we're making our little Instagram thing.
Yeah.
And I says to myself, Self, did she just have a big burrito? Because she had the baggy blouse on.
Yep.
And I never, ever say anything. A woman, water could break in front of me and she could go down on all fours and start crying. And I'm not going to say nothing other than, how's your day going? Because I did that one time in my life. I'll never do it again. But congratulations. Wow. You have names?
No names yet.
Good. And 2.5 years of marriage, having a baby, 27, you said?
28.
28 Tuesday. And I met you for the first time. You probably never remember this. It was 1997. I was landscaping a house at the corner of El Camino Real and Redwood Road.
Really?
And your dad pulled in front of the Flores house
Yeah.
to pick up a Flores
Yeah.
before you went to a Foxworthy house to pick up a Foxworthy.
Ethan and Austin.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. And you were a little kid. And I was landscaping a house, and that was the week before I was to go to Israel where my life would change in 1997, which is why I remember that.
Really?
And I says to myself when the car pulls away, and I was landscaping the house for a guy named Larry Clark, and a pastor was renting the house. Brent.
Brett
And that's why your dad stopped in front of the house. I was there in a tractor. And Mark Tyler said hi. I just had met Mark for the first time in my life because he knew I was going to First Baptist.
Wow.
I was just attending.
Yeah.
Wasn't a youth pastor. And the car pulled away, and I says to Self, just like I did with Bridget, that kid's going to be trouble. That Tyler kid's going to be a handful. And so here you are. What's your role here at the church?
Creative director.
Creative director.
Youth pastor for 4 years, and then 2
A
years
great-
ago moved into
A
that.
great youth pastor.
Thank you.
One of the, I'm not saying this from Butch, one of the all-time greats. Junior high leader. Joe Koski, over the top as a junior high
It was
pastor.
amazing.
You, sir, right there in that stratosphere with the kids and the whole thing.
I remember meeting with you. That was first month of being middle school pastor. We had lunch.
I remember that.
Had pho.
Fuck!
And I asked you. And I used a lot of what you said.
Really?
I loved it.
That's
of
great.
Yep.
You were fantastic. So then
were
you
too.
move up to be creative director. You're in charge of our Sunday services
Yep.
and creative. Where does your reach go to?
Still trying to figure that out.
Yep,
but
yep.
Starting planning the series with Larry and Danny, and
Okay.
all the way to executing it on a Sunday morning.
So creatively, as far as anything that pertains to Sunday morning. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Wow. Well, they've been exciting watching the changes there and all that.
Thank you.
And then, married 2.5 years. Today was your first Dawn Patrol, and you
Ever.
brought Keone.
I brought my buddy Keone.
Nice man. He
Great
seemed to
man.
be engaged.
He loved it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good. And Evan Linney, no show.
No show. Austin Foxworthy,
No show. They're always there.
I don't believe it.
Kyle, are they always there?
Usually they are.
When I see him there,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
Well,
believe
hopefully
it.
you'll be back next
Yeah,
Wednesday.
I'll
What'd you
be
think?
back.
First experience. We've been
I
there
loved
10
it.
years now.
I heard the podcasts the past couple weeks, and I was like, I gotta be there.
Yeah, really?
And I've heard great things about it the whole time.
That's good. So what you never been there, 27, 2.5 years of marriage, you're a professional pastor. You walk in and what's your first, like you're watching Keone, you got to be watching Keone just to see if he jives.
Yeah.
So what's your first like impression? And you got there right at 6.
Right at 6.
Yeah.
Had to pick him up
Yeah.
from Bart, drop him off at Bart. I think I walked in and I said, get ready for the dad jokes, Keone.
The dad jokes.
The dad jokes. The dad jokes.
What
He's
are
a
the
dad?
dad?
I'm not a dad yet, so he doesn't even know. He's just house blind.
What's the dad
Just
jokes?
dad jokes.
What's a dad joke?
A
Oh,
dad
the old
joke.
man
The
jokes.
old man joke. I told Keone, but it was great. Found our table, had a blast.
I got to write that down.
Dad jokes.
Mike's son will know exactly what that is.
Oh yeah.
So they're lame jokes. The flannels and all that. All the dads love all that.
The dad jokes.
At least I'm having fun.
Oh, it was a blast. We had such a good time. Both of us were like, man, can't wait to come
You
back.
sat at
next
a
week.
great table,
Yeah.
and that's the table Lenny normally sits at.
Is it okay?
Yep. Austin's over there with Butchie.
Okay.
Yep.
So there's tables.
Yep. And people,
Assigned tables. People
no,
have
nobody
territories.
assigns. They kind of in the fall we launch.
Okay.
Normally about 110, 120. By October, it's what you saw today.
Yeah.
And then there's a little bit of movement, and
Okay.
some tables fill up so they spill.
Mm.
But they stay kind of committed. There's never been an assignment. There's never been a thing. But guys start to share their lives a little bit.
And start
Yeah. Kind of hone it in
hunkering
a little
down.
bit.
Love
Yeah.
it. Cool.
Yeah. And guys move around. A lot of guys will be like Sparky. He gets kicked out of every table.
The wild card.
He's the wild card.
I love it.
So, James, we
Yeah.
covered today the push and the pull.
Mm-hmm.
We've been like 8, 9, 10 weeks in Philippians. We were in Philippians chapter 4 for the kiddies at home, verse 4 through 7. 3 quick verses. Paul is starting to paint us a portrait of how life should be, could be, and might be if these guys apply these 3 trifectas that we just covered. The first one today, which is how to handle worry and anxiety and stress, the push of the world and the pull of us trying to work it out worldly ways. And so, what did you hear?
I loved the time and rhythm, and that there's a difference between that and just being in sync with God. I'm a musician, and so when you said that, I thought of this quote. Don't know who said it, but a great drummer, you don't hear a great drummer, you feel a great drummer.
Ooh.
And you got to be in sync.
Ooh.
And when we try and handle it on our own, we get out of sync, we get in the way. I think that's what you said. When we try and handle our stress or worry, the things that we got to do during the day, we get in God's way.
You don't see a good drummer, you hear one.
You don't hear a good drummer, you feel a good drummer.
Oh. That's going to be on the back of the half sheet next Wednesday at Dawn Patrol. Kyle, put that in your things. Don't forget it. Again, just pretend like you weren't even at Dawn Patrol. You're working for Pharaoh now. Bricks. Quotes. We got a clock to... So you don't hear a good drummer, you feel a good drummer. And so what does that mean to you? Rhythm as far as a man. Pregnant now. Professional. Sunday's coming. We live by clocks. And we live in this course of the world that brings death and breeds anxiety and stress.
Yeah.
How do you
I know
apply what you heard today and find the rhythm that God has set in motion to his kid?
Yeah, because you'd think working for the church, we'd have it all together, right, Mark? But you know how it is. Oh, man, if I came up a little bit early to work, left a little later, open up my emails at, in the
the
evening,
emails.
just going, I can get some more done, and it's just stress, more to-dos. That list will never end, and you get out of sync.
Get out of rhythm.
Yeah.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. I was talking to a guy in the parking lot, good man, a young man, 34, 35, and he had a headset on, talking to somebody on the phone, leaving the cafe, out in the parking lot, gets interrupted, trying to have a conversation with me, has a call waiting while his thing is texting, beep, 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 beep. And he just went, he's a professional, nice man, good man, loves the Lord, great family. And I says, I built a business 30 years ago, landscape business, high-end landscape design and build. And I built the business with a phone bolted to a wall and a cassette deck that said, Mark's not here now. Leave a stinking message and he'll call you back. Every day at the end of the thing, I'd rewind the cassette. And I'd hit play. Beep. I built a thriving business on that system I never had. And now today with the tweeting and the texting and the messaging and the emails, and I don't know how young people build systems on that because nobody's talking to nobody. And so James and I reflected on that, and that's that difference between how do you exist in the culture of today with your pressures. I'm asking James, finding the rhythm. What did you learn? What did you pick up? What are you thinking about applying?
This isn't PRE, but I'm going to start coming to public, whatever. I'm going to start coming to, just making sure I protect, one, my relationship with the Lord and just my quiet time, but two, I really like coming to Dawn Patrol every week. I think it's just something that it's like, hey, I need to be a part of this community and being under, this teaching. I'm on Sunday mornings. I'm go time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're
so
working. Yeah.
And so I'm going. So this was like, great. I can't wait for the rest of the day and just starting off my day with the Lord and getting that kind of checkpoint throughout the week and that rhythm, not checkpoint. That sounds very but rhythm and that flow. And so for me,
I like how you separate that. That's a big subtle deal. It's not that you're going to add, I got to find the rhythm to another task. Because that's just religion. That's just another thing to do. Oh, I didn't find the rhythm today. But to pause and to wait and I love the image of father. Because I didn't have you had a healthy dad.
Best dad.
That's the first time I met you. We just laughed before the podcast. You were, how old were you when you think? 97. How old were you?
7 years old.
7 years old was the first time I met James Tyler. I was landscaping a house and his dad pulled up to say hi to me. I was just attending First Baptist and James was in the back and I knew from that point that kid's going to be trouble. And so what was the point of that? You had a great dad.
Amazing dad.
So when you talk about the father connection with God the Creator, that gap is closer because you can see that. How do you, with you're very capable, and we didn't even, you're a rock star. You're a global rock star. What's the name of your band?
Worthwhile.
Worthwhile. There are people with shaved heads in Nordic countries with tattoos of Worthwhile on the back of their head.
You ready for this tattoo?
Oh, really? Got another one?
This is one that's this one just came out. Someone just posted this. Look at this.
Worthwhile.
On the forehead.
No way!
On the forehead.
With blue lips.
Blue lips.
Kyle, you need to hold that up for the YouTube kids at home to see that picture. Can you just hold that up to the thing? Unbelievable.
But same thing we're talking about today. I wish everyone that loves us and loves that song and that lyric that she got on her forehead.
What was the song?
Well, it's about the...
So you are Christian, hard punk. You're not Christian.
Punk.
You're punk.
Punk, Christian, I don't know.
No, you're not Christian. You're a Christian
band.
label. You're a punk band that sings scripture, narratives.
Yeah. So that one was for the younger brother of the prodigal son. And so, but that song talking a lot about stress and anxiety and people like...
Really?
That are... They just connect with that. And so here this girl gets that big old tattoo on her forehead as a reminder. And I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah.
Influence.
Yeah.
We're sitting with a guy, first time ever, baby announcement, and rock star. Have you ever heard any of his music? I have. We heard it when we were doing the Larry, when we all staffed, remember?
Oh, yeah.
When we met in his home? That was so
awkward.
fun. But you played it, and Carla was into it.
Carla loved it.
She loved it.
Loved it.
And she had the lyrics.
Yeah.
And the lyrics are fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah.
So creative. Why were we talking about that? Oh, you separated the rhythm of a duty to, how do you with the father thing? That helps me go, I got a dad that has it. Why am I taking it off the floor? Why am I pushing through? So what does that mean to a guy that has a good dad?
I know my dad, because we were talking about that today, and I was thinking about my dad who just cares about me. He cares about my emotions. I've been chatting with, my role at the church and going to my dad whenever I'm stressed out or anything's going on. And I know, he's like, and he's told me, James, when, you don't even understand, when you have a kid, you'll understand how much it hurts when your son hurts.
Yep.
And that's just a glimpse into God's heart when we're stressed out, when we're, spinning our wheels and we're depressed, anxious, whatever it is, God's heart is breaking for us and going, you said it this morning that you're like, man, when we're worried, when we're stressed out, that's a sin.
Yep.
That hit me really hard. It's just we are not in rhythm. We're not walking with the Lord when we're stressed out and when we're worried. And sometimes I can take it on myself and go, oh, this is a badge of honor. I'm going super hard at church. I'm trying to make stuff happen. I'm going.
I got it.
I'm trying to make, and it's just hey, if you're out of rhythm with God and you're stressed and you're worried, no, that's a sin, James.
Yeah.
I was just oof.
You're missing the mark. You're missing the whole thing. 1 Peter 5:7. Deposit all your anxiousness and all your worry on the Father because he cares for you.
Mm.
He cares for you. He hurts when you hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till you have a little baby in your lap.
And he's proud when you're proud. That was something I learned last year.
Mm-hmm.
He gets excited. Like, he wants to see, us flourish. And he wants to, and I was just like, that always rocked my mind. It's just like, he's like a proud dad at a wedding. Just like when me and Bridget got married, he's soaring and he's so excited. I was just like,
showing you off.
Gosh.
And that's that 1 Corinthians. I just found this 1 Corinthians 2:7 to pull us into our full glory, our full potential. He's so for us. He wants everything that we are capable of through him. That's
and
amazing.
he's so proud as a proud dad. Like, that hit me hard because I know my dad's proud of me. And to go, God's proud of me. Oh, that was a huge thing. I just, just going works, doing, and realizing, wait a second. I have a God that can be proud of me, excited for me.
So how you're going to apply today is you're going to start coming to
just
community.
committing,
Yeah, that's great. It's a real relaxed, organic
great.
thing.
It's beautiful. If you haven't gone, go. It's my first time.
Yeah, good.
I'm not Martin.
And he's wearing a
this.
Pendleton, and I'm glad you're a flannel, and he's not sitting at the flannel table. That was just fantastic. There's an elder at the church that's wearing that flannel at that flannel table. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So good, you're sitting at a good table. James, I'm going to ask you one closing question.
Mm-hmm.
What today, this is a new question in the history of our podcasting.
Oh, gosh.
I know. What today are you doing that makes you alive? It could be a show you're watching. It could have a funny answer. It can have what's bringing you relief? What's making you wake up? Yes, I'm doing this tonight, watching this, seeing this person, doing this ritual. For me, it's like surfing. When I get into the water, I go, this just makes me alive. What are you doing that's making you alive?
I gotta go home to Bridget. I'm excited about it. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff, but I think I keep falling in love more and more with Bridget.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I gotta go home and go hang out with her and laugh with her and spend time with her. And I can't wait.
2.5 years and you're going home and she's giving you life.
Can't wait.
That's fantastic. She's a great woman.
She's amazing.
A great woman.
The best.
And she's in school still.
Nope, graduated.
Oh.
Working with kids with autism.
That's
doing this
right.
therapy, educational.
She's so good.
Yeah,
like
she's
that.
great.
She's good.
Way out of my league.
Her brother, that's another story.
Yeah,
We'll talk about him a little later. We have stories. Have you heard the story of Charles Homer and the 2 miracles as a baby? It's a great story. We'll have to play it for James because he's related to him. I think he'd appreciate it. James, you're a delight.
Thank you.
Thanks for being part of the crew. Thanks for being a man who is, Jesus says, a wise man who applies the word of God. Doesn't just hear it. But you are a man who's always applied what God has shown you, which is evidence. You're coming into your full glory at his young man. Next week, sign up for men's retreat. We have 37 spots left. It's not all. There's 7 spots left in golf. No. There's like, you said 20 spots. That's not all. There's 20. Who plays golf?
Hi, Dad.
I don't get it. Shh. Everybody, shh. He's putting. You pulled me out here. I dropped $80 on the game. It goes forever, and I got constantly hushy.
Yeah.
So sign up for golf. There's 20 spots left.